Hello and welcome to DDOCaSplat. We're a static group on Khyber that plays on most Wednesdays at 5:30 p.m. Pacific time. Welcome back. We're gonna go run some Stormhorns today and find something exciting to talk about.
We got to New Lamania. There's plenty to talk
Yeah,
about.
we did. The quote update 47 preview 2. Only like almost all the stuff that's being previewed isn't really update 47 stuff. It's stuff that's very obviously going to be pre-order stuff for the Feywild expansion. We're looking at the shifter race, the iconic shifter, and then the enhancement tree. The Feywild Illusionist? Is that the name of it?
Yeah, it's a or Fey Dark. Fey Dark
Fey Dark.
Illusionist.
Yeah.
That's a universal tree.
Uh,
I don't know if I have the teleporters here.
you don't need the first couple.
Okay.
And you can get to the only one that really matters with 3 shards. Or you can just die and we can carry your stone up there. We're not hardcore.
If I had 3 shards.
Well, you know, if you want to get some shards, what you could do is go through your filigrees and drop them on the auction house, the shard exchange. I guess you'd still need a shard, but
I'm good.
you might also have some from monster manuals too. That's a good way to find some. At work, that's how I usually get started on hardcore. Is I dump some into the get some monster manual ones. Hey, Saphira, while you're here,
Yes.
what do you think about my new outfit here?
Ooh,
changed for the-
pretty. Actually, my
It's-
druid wears that.
It's significantly more clothing than than the other ones that I've had.
What do you think of my new outfit? Did you really just say that?
Yeah,
Good.
Yes, because he knows I always like my characters to look
I'm waiting for you, man. I'm just creating TV time.
good.
Like, what do you want?
Yeah, my druid wears
I had
that.
to get the quest. Sorry.
It's very
Oh, I did not grab the
hunter-like,
quest.
very druid.
I can share.
Okay.
I don't know. I actually found one. The not cosmetic armor I'm wearing is actually like fully clothed and like, oh wow, like female armor that doesn't show skin. What a novel concept. But anyways, back to the preview stuff. We'll have a show, like an actual DDOCast show. I just actually determined it's be Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern. Which that's probably outside of Arcot's usual
Yeah.
to do range.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So we'll talk more about that stuff there. You think 5 skulls? I think 5 skulls will work. But yeah, you guys want to talk about the different things? Make it sound like we have opinions on things.
Stands in the middle of the glade. He seems to be.
I'm
I
hearing
think
it.
our
looking for
computer
something.
just crashed.
Uh-oh.
Whoops.
Oops.
So he wants us to hold off on discussing stuff.
I think maybe it's time he gets a new computer. I know
Good
that's
luck.
easier said than done, but
It's been happening a lot that his computer reboots itself.
yep.
I wonder if. Unfortunately, he's not here because he'd be one of the 2 IT guys in the room. The
Middle of summer, computers rebooting out of nowhere. Heat.
I was gonna say I wonder if because they do the update, the Windows update on Wednesday. Is that right?
Tuesday.
So if you hadn't restarted, because
It's the first Tuesday of every month, though.
okay.
So it's not this week. No, it might be heat if your computer. So every computer chip has default amount of time or not time, a default amount of heat it can take before it'll shut down. That's very common.
Why am I getting spell failure?
Are you wearing something you shouldn't be?
Well, apparently the crab shell buckler has arcane spell failure on it.
Oops.
Is it not supposed to have that?
I mean, it has it on there, but I thought bards could use bucklers without spell failure.
Okay.
That's kind of my... Right? Isn't that a thing?
I don't remember. Maybe.
Oh.
Let's see. Is there anything that would actually tell me this? That's the question.
I would look at the class stuff on the wiki.
Well, I was looking to see if there's anything in the feats that might say, you know. You would think I would like just remember this. It explains why I wasn't using the crab shell buckler very much. It's just kind of annoying. But hey, welcome back.
Yeah, but
He's back.
you can overcome that fairly easily.
I could, yes, but I don't have the
The augment?
Well, you can't put it in that buckler
Oh,
because it's got an
really?
orange slot, not a blue slot.
Now, where did I put that blasted
Oops.
journal?
Yeah.
Ah, you're here.
Hey, on that vein of things, I discovered this morning,
My
yesterday morning,
travels wandered off.
this week, that I picked up a bastard sword from Hardcore that has a red and an orange slot on it. Just a random one.
Huh.
Well, that's kind of neat.
Do you have any sort of Kenneth crafting on hardcore?
There it is.
No,
How
but
did
I can
ever
bring it
miss
over to
there?
here.
Now, I've got a great deal
Sure.
to tell you, but now may not be the time.
It was more just like a, I mean, one, hey, look, I pulled a random sword with an orange slot on it. That's kind of different, right? And it also has a red slot, which is somewhat surprising. Oh, mid-song.
There.
Buttheads.
Now you can't
At
go
the end.
scurrying back to where you came.
But, all right, Arcot's back. So we wanted to talk about the preview stuff, yeah?
Now Hunt Silver comes with me.
Sure.
Where do you want to
The
start?
rest of you may die.
Let's start off with just how ugly the shifters are.
So now the wizard teleports with aura.
My God! And my wife said something to me, when I walked in the door after getting home from work that really seemed, struck home with me. That that Des must have gotten tired of how people complained about just how ugly the PDK and the half elves were, so they made something even uglier.
Wow.
My God, it's awful looking.
This is coming from the same guy who really doesn't like tieflings, too. I haven't looked at him that close. I saw a picture. I did see. I mean, most of the people that I've seen comment on it, which is mostly just from our guild, would probably agree with you based on what I saw. But I did see at least one person that was pretty excited. So
Well, I was super excited to get a preview of them, and thought, wow, this would be really, really cool, because now I might have a tune to play that I can convert my monk into.
maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't. If you're thinking about the iconic, I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, the iconic. Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, the thing that struck me is that I don't see any extra dice added to the hand wrap damage. which is
Mhm.
which is a major issue. I mean, that's a
Mhm.
lot of DPS loss.
Hey, I found a pit. Yeah, no, I agree with you. That's kind of the thing that stands out from the shifter or the razor claw. Is that what it is?
Yeah,
Razor
Razor
claw
Claw.
shifter. Yeah, that's a concern, right? Because that's really how they derive a lot of their damage. Although they do have like weapon
Despair Reaper.
damage on them now, don't they? Like that increases the damage dice. It's not just.
I didn't see any of that in the racial tree.
Right, I meant the weapons themselves. The weapons themselves, I think, have plus weapon damage, right? So, and I should look this up. Let's see how much monk gives. Because I mean, you're right. I agree with you. That was what stood out to me the most. The racial tree was kind of, I thought was kind of a little disappointing. I would have liked to have seen a little more. There's a trap there. A little more stuff with hand wraps. Because it's kind of just like, here, you can use hand wraps. It's not even anything in the tree, right? Like, there's one thing in there that gives you piercing damage. Which, to be fair, would be kind of nice on a monk. Because if you took that, you could. Well, no, because Vorpal Strikes, you need levels of monk. So you'd have to. If you were that and monk, then you could get it to work. But,
So you get all three damages:
right.
piercing, bludgeoning, and slashing.
so that's kind of nice, right? Let's see, is it gonna tell me how much? No, it's not on a chart. That's lame.
But how many extra dice a monk gets per level? Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that in the wiki. But it is a thing, and and it's missing.
Yeah,
At
I
least.
agree.
I mean, maybe like a couple extra dice would be helpful, but I mean,
It doesn't need to
geez.
be monk level, but yeah, I was a little surprised that. Not just that, just like there just wasn't a lot in that tree, right? That was like, here, we're giving you the opportunity to use hand wraps. Like all it is here, you can use hand wraps.
Defeated a rather brutish
Yeah, exactly. It's here. You can use hand wraps instead of any sort of incentive to actually use hand wraps.
Right. I mean, okay, there's a +2 attack with it in tier 1. I'm looking at it right now, which is why I'm not swinging at anything really. Yeah, man, it feels like there's an opportunity there, and the one, it's like there's one that gives you improved destruction and trip enemies on Vorpal hits, but then you're shifting the pseudo rage uncenters you. It's like, well,
Well,
why
if
would I
you're
take
gonna,
that?
why would you? Well, you're not a monk anyway. So why are you worrying about being
Yes,
centered?
that's true.
But there is a nice little crowd control thing where if you Vorpal, then you can paralyze somebody for 2 seconds, which is nice. It's not great. If it was like 4 or 6 seconds, it would be a whole lot better, of course. But 2 seconds is all right. That 2 seconds might be enough time to, save you from getting overwhelmed. So that's good. And I did like the freedom of movement and the immunity to paralyzation thing. That was nice too. But it's a really big deal to not have increasing dice damage for using hand wraps. That's a big deal.
Or I mean, I would even go a little further and just say, like, there's 2 enhancements in this tree that do anything with hand wraps. And I think that's kind of where my disappointment is. And a plus to weapon damage for hand wraps is clearly an easy place to add some stuff in there, right? Wow, ouch.
Yeah, that's a lot of chain damage right there.
Jeez.
Yeah, the chain whippers are easily number one.
It's
Are
a
easily
it's
the
a
number
champion.
one.
It's a champion one. That's why It hit us so hard.
Oh, I didn't even. You know what? He wasn't even on
Oh,
my
Look out.
screen.
There's a guy left?
I know.
Yeah, I
That
didn't know
was
either.
He was
weird.
hiding.
I was just standing there waiting to raise you guys.
And I went and did the trap.
I am ready for a raise, by the way.
Uh,
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna get a raise from Otzi. This is weird.
not. Oh, hang on. The highly
No,
wasn't
I could
possible.
raise. Hold on. I'll get Achilles and he can raise everybody.
Any of us over here can raise.
Yeah, the base race I think had a couple of interesting things in it, but I think was also a little. I don't want to say it was
Thank
bad
you.
because I think it's still better than most
was-
racial trees.
I think the word you're looking for is gimmicky.
Yeah, that would. I think that's fair. I mean, but I feel like a lot of the other trees are kind of gimmicky too, but might be part of their problem. There's. I think the tank rage is kind of interesting. Like, I like that. I at least like that the rage. Like, there's 3 shifter rages, but none of them are the same as Chain Whipper. And he's a champ too. Like, I did like that none of the rages were just carbon copies of rage, right? Like, that was nice. There's kind of a little bit different of a.
Yeah, they could have easily just made it the same as a barbarian
Yeah.
rage. No, I agree.
I'm not sure I'm super sold on a +4 rage bonus to armor class instead of strength.
Oh, that's awful. I mean,
Wait.
come on. +4 to armor class? Are you kidding me?
I mean, if you're building a high-end tank, maybe would you rather have +4 to armor class or +4 to strength? And, I think there's an argument to be said for +4 to strength
I would say strength.
or for armor class.
Now, if you made it like +12 to armor, +12 to armor class instead of +4, that would be different. But +4 is awful.
Well, remember that's a level 1 ability too, right? So if you made it +12 to armor class at level 1, well then there's definitely an opportunity there, I think, to make it part of the tree. But there's some stuff there. I don't know. I think I like it better than I like the tiefling trees.
Yeah. So how about this? Make it like +2, +4, +6 natural armor bonus to AC or something.
They actually have that as a thing in the tree.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, it's a separate thing. Which I think Steelstar said something about that it's supposed to stack, and then someone
Oh
was like,
yeah,
well,
that's right.
hey, how come the druid one doesn't stack? And he was like, let me get back to you on that. Let me ask you the guy did that.
Yeah, he said he had to get back to the dev that developed it or something.
Yeah, I think he just wanted
That's
to
right.
touch base, which
That's
I think is a perfectly reasonable answer.
Sure.
There's actually a remnant here.
Ooh,
There is.
did I already get it?
And
Must have already gotten it.
it was right here. No, it was right here.
Yeah, it's not there for me. I either already got it or it's already gone.
disappeared. It disappeared then. It fell right. It
No,
fell right
I
at the
just got
beginning.
it. It didn't disappear. I just got
I
it.
have it. It's in my chat log that I got remnants. So.
I
Plausible.
can't believe it. I got 65.
Oh, nice.
I got 9.
Is there a shrine here somewhere?
I got 6.
Yes.
There's one back at the beginning.
Yeah, we passed one. Do you need to go back?
No, I actually got some shrines and daily dice.
Oh, you don't need to use that.
That's fine. I got a 5-pack.
Oh, all right.
I'm good.
But I think Shifter will be okay. I think you're right though. The iconic, just like you've got this. Here, use hand wraps and like there's not like man. Can we get a little more like just one enhancement line like you've got with the ASMR Scourge, right? Like has an enhancement line for.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
plus 5% to double strike, and
Yeah.
and then all that extra stuff because we're using
That's weapon
bases and-
specific. Yeah.
Yeah. That would be nice.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
I agree. I mean, it would be very nice. I think they may have wanted to avoid like giving that bump to monk, like have a monk go that direction, but I mean you could always type it, right? Like,
Well, you could, but there's a disincentive for monks to go that route because of the thing that will make you uncentered. So I think
Yeah.
it's.
and you
I
could
think-
even put it in that enhance, like, right? Like you could put it there and say +1 weapon damages in that spot. So if you take it, you also get uncentered.
Sure, that would be a good way to do that.
It was only in the last 10 days that I had last set foot at Stormhorns.
What about the? Would you?
Hence, some
Well, does
thick
anyone else want to
breeze.
comment on shifters?
I feel my presence is
I haven't
not
seen 'em.
entirely unnoticed.
I would like to comment that I
I am
called it
here
a really long time ago.
a moment too soon.
Called what?
Shifters.
That shifters should be the next race.
No, I think we were talking about what the next race was when it was going to be Tiefling, and I looked up all the Eberron races, and I think the Shifter one. Don't they have like a regular name though?
No, shifters are. Shifter is their Eperon name for their.
No.
that-
They have another name. They have like a racial name. I forget what.
Oh,
it
there's
is.
3 of them. There's Razor Claw, there's Beast Hide, and some other sort of shifter.
Okay.
Plan to invade Cornwall. I must get word to the House.
There's
the
another
very
remnant
first
back here.
opportunity I find.
What'd you think of the enhancement tree, Arcot? The universal one.
I haven't had a chance to look at it. As soon as it was I had a very busy day at work today, and as soon as I had a chance, I went straight to what I was most interested in was the
Sure.
the iconic shifter. And then I took a look at the loot a little bit, and then then it was time to come home.
It's kind of the same. Or are you back at
Kinda
work?
nice we have.
To
Oh, yeah, I
bring
I work 4
such
hours at
monsters
least every
to an
day.
organized army.
No, but you're able to go back to work.
Threats must the
Yeah,
Netherese
yeah.
have
Good.
used.
I'm going back full time the day after the the Labor Day holiday, so the 8th.
Lets that manager title flexing its muscles.
Well, actually, the entire organization is back full time.
It's good that you guys are able to do that.
Yeah, very pleased. I mean, I was getting paid full time anyway. I mean, because I was expected to
Work from home.
work from home for half the day, so I was still still getting paid. But honestly, we're so behind because a lot of the stuff that we do requires us to actually be
Carnage.
there.
Yeah.
In the corner of the glade.
My
So it'll be nice to get caught up.
my roommate is they're in the process of moving their office, but no one's been in the office for a couple months, like 5 months.
So nobody's been around to actually move it.
Well, they've been. I think they like did some sort of like scheduling thing where they had a couple people at a time go in to kind of pack up their desks or something to that effect. But I
Okay, on the right hand side.
Yeah. I think our numbers are trending in a really good direction though, so hopefully this area will, and it's a lot more urban than lot more dense than where you're at.
The magic orbs destroy.
Oh yeah.
Shy's shield goes down.
Be some chain whippers that are gonna spawn here in a sec. Hey, you know what I could do? Put up a disco ball.
Dancing ball? That
Yeah.
would be helpful.
Hey, look at that.
I know.
I'm smart. I think the standouts for the universal enhancement tree are really
restoring both
um,
her shield and the orbs.
it has charisma to attack and damage in it, which I think is probably the biggest draw. Hey,
Ruh-roh.
hey, where are you at?
Yeah, one of the other racial tree has a, you know, I don't know if it's a shifter or not, but one of them has a a different stat to damage, I think.
Oh, where are you, Achilles?
Racial
There
trait?
you go. Gotcha.
Dwarf can do conda damage.
No, this is a new one. And maybe I'm
Fear
thinking
Reaper.
of the universal tree.
Yeah, because
You said that was what? Charisma?
charisma to attack it to hit and damage. So we will have when it's live, we will have a universal enhancement tree that will allow intelligence, wisdom, or charisma to hit and damage. Like those are all three
Right.
good options.
Okay.
It also has a tier 2 immunity to magic missiles, which I don't know that will really be a big draw on live, but I think that could be incorporated for a lot of people on hardcore. I think that's kind of something that might attract a few people. But I don't think it's going to be anywhere near as popular as Inquisitive. It's like Inquisitive is like, if you look at the universal enhancement trees, Inquisitive is kind of like the one that
Taking a breath,
a lot of
Side
people in
deftly
classes
casts a
use, right?
spell, restoring both her shield and the orbs.
Vistani, I think you see some
Vengeance Reaper.
play, but it's not.
Oh no, sorry, Despair Reaper.
Vistani, you see a lot of play, but it tends to really kind of focus in on a couple of classes. Oh, I did see somebody running a like an 18 cleric, 2 monk
Clear.
Vistani. I thought it was kind of an interesting combination.
Kill.
Falconry too.
Yeah, the Vistani allows you to monks to use a dagger centered. So yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, it was a Falconry Vistani cleric. Like, oh, that's interesting. It's also kind of the new tree is kind of illusion-y themed. So it gives
Well, you know, it is called Illusionist. So.
yeah.
By the way, there's a remnant up here on the ramp up here.
But I saw more than one person kind of go with bring up the, hey, this is neat, illusionist themed tree, but we only have like 7 illusion spells.
Enough of this. Wizards,
Yeah, that's one of the things they really need to address.
to my
Oh, boy.
aid.
All right, the pseudo dragon familiar.
Yeah.
Familiars, that's a big thing.
Yeah, they have
isn't
familiar.
it?
Well, they have familiars in it, but they don't. It's kind of like the Falcon, except it does less active things.
The pseudo-dragon
Like a bunch of the things are kind of tied to the shield,
flies into
the immunity to magic missiles. Like the lore behind it is your familiar absorbs the magic missiles for you,
Okay,
kind of a thing.
I see. Yeah.
So it doesn't. It's there, and I think people will like it. And you know, if you have a universal enhancement tome that gives you +1 to a universal tree, and you know, what are you gonna put it in? I don't know. Here, I can have a familiar. Like, people will go for that, right? Like 1 action point for a familiar. People will do that for reasons.
What are the familiars? Do you have a choice, or is it always a cat? Or
No, you have a
what's
choice. I can pull it up here really quick. Your choices are a fox, a illusionary sprite, which I think kind of all but says we're gonna get sprites in the Feywild. a pseudo dragon, and a cat, and a Tressym.
So a cat and a
Winged cat.
fancy cat.
Yeah, a cat with wings.
Flying cat.
Can recall twice.
Okay.
And I don't think we yet mentioned the most important release note, that mounts from the daily dice will now be bound to account.
Yeah, that was a good thing. Oh, one of the things that really ticked me off in the release notes is the change to the thrower builds. Simple, or whatever it is, simple throwing weapon.
Yeah, they're fixing
the feet.
They're fixing the feet, so you'll lose.
I know, but it's a
Some.
major DPS loss. I mean, major DPS loss.
Wait, what?
The simple
Thrown weapon
Thrown weapon
proficiency.
expertise
Thing.
Is that what it is?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's it. Expertise. Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Simple thrown weapon expertise feat.
it's giving more shots than it's supposed to. Steelstar said
Oh.
that the number, so they're fixing it to what they intended. And Steelstar said the effect that this will have will depend on what your dexterity and intelligence is.
Yeah,
To
and
which
you know,
I think basically the more you have, the more you'll notice the impact.
yeah, and you know what? I think from what my understanding is that feat was actually just giving one extra dagger per throw than it was giving. So if you were at one point, just on, like, if you had, let's say, 200% double shot, you would see like three. You would normally see 3 daggers thrown, but this thing was giving you a fourth.
Right.
And if
Something
you
like
had
that.
let's say you had a 275% double shot, there would be like a 3/4% chance that you would see 4 normally, but with this feat you would see 5 shots, 5 daggers being thrown, or
Okay.
something to that effect. So really, it was just giving you one extra throw, a base one extra throw, more than it should. So
But if you're talking about giving you one extra dagger, I mean that's anywhere from a 33%
to 20% extra DPS. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a major loss.
We'll have to see what the numbers come out at.
His computer crashed again.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
Apparently loading into these quests. Huh?
You've finally reached the rendezvous point deep in the Stormhorns.
I'm gonna be AFK
The
for a
Harper
moment.
you're here to meet looks like she's been waiting a while.
I love how the trees move in here.
So I finished season 2 of Umbrella Academy.
Ooh, I'm not there yet. Don't spoil it.
I won't.
I finished season 5 of Lucifer.
I'm not there yet either.
So it's only 8 episodes, though.
But I finished. Well, that's part 1 of season 5.
Well, what they have now, right?
I finished Warrior Nun and I really liked it.
Like the whole season or just the ending?
Season 1.
Yawn.
There's only one season. I really liked it. I completely disagree with you.
Okay.
I thought it was really good story development.
I am almost done, Patrick, with that last Guillermo del Toro cartoon.
Oh,
The
Wizards?
Wizards. Yeah, I got one down to one episode.
I finished that too. It was okay. I think Troll Hunters is the best of the three by a far cry.
I like the space one though. Eve 3 Below or
Yeah.
whatever it was called.
It had some fun things in it.
Yeah, I actually like that one quite a bit.
Wizards felt a little too retconny.
Mm-hmm. Although I like some of the new characters they introduced.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, what I'm sort of kind of getting into that I didn't think I would, but then I remembered how much I liked it. Mr. Arcott, you'll appreciate this. Pluto is running all the 1970s and 1980 Johnny Carson shows.
Ugh, I hated Johnny Carson.
Oh, do you? Oh, I used to love Johnny Carson. The one I watched last night was with Carl Reiner when he was in his 50s, and Jack Klugman, who I used to really enjoy.
Oscar Madison, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well, they were pimping his Quincy show first, but that was just because
Right.
that was what he was doing.
Down from the edge of
But-
the cliff.
Which one did the Johnny Carson show become? Who took over for
It
him?
was Conan took no Jay Leno took over for him first,
Okay.
and then he retired. Then Conan took over, and they said, "Well, no, we hate Conan, so then we'll bring Jay Leno back." And then he gave it to Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, Jay Leno's already off the air? I didn't realize he was already off the air.
Oh yeah.
For a long time now.
He does. Well, actually, he does a car show, a couple of car shows on YouTube and a couple other stations.
It's like the guy from wow, that's a local guy. I was gonna Evil Beaker, the guy in Milwaukee that does it's just music. It's all right, Ma. It's just music. Reitman.
Don't forget to get your
Oh
traps.
yeah. Yeah,
Yep.
well, Reitman's been retired for years, though.
So is Jay Leno.
Lost Soul in the campsite here.
Oh,
Did everybody get traps?
What's in
Yep.
the camp?
There was a Lost Soul.
Oh, yeah, I got that. I thought maybe there was a remnant too.
Nope.
Superior large net.
Plague Reaper.
Yeah, he's been there for a while.
Let's talk about items. I probably the best item I thought that caught my eye was the falchion.
Oh, really? I was kind of underwhelmed with the weapons in general. Although that's kind of a running theme for me.
I'd like to know what the deal is with the dull, or is that what's called the
dull
dull
dagger?
dagger?
I think
Yeah,
a
what's
lot
the
of
deal
people-
with that?
I don't know. But it's interesting, isn't it?
Sounds cool.
And that spear, the what do you call it? The Mornland spear, the thing that looks like the thing that Lord of Blades uses.
I mean, I think that's what it's supposed to be.
I'd like to. Well, yeah. But it's got 4 things on it. One of them being the fact that it's adamantine, but it's a two-handed thing. So there's got to be some sort of hidden feature about it, because most two-handed weapons, have more than four powers, so to speak,
Yeah.
to them. So,
It
I'm
may not
thinking
be.
maybe it's something that you have to be. Well, it may not be, but I'm thinking, it seems like a perfect opportunity to make it, better in the hands of somebody, like maybe
Blade
a blade forged, like a blade forged paladin. Yeah.
Or even just Warforged in general.
That would work too.
Here he is.
That was a little weird. He's in the stone.
Yeah, he's hiding. We still don't have the...
We only have 35 seconds.
There's one here. Where's the last null archer?
I'm pushing this boulder here.
Alright, I'm going to the...
Doesn't bulge. I'm not strong enough to move it.
We need to get ready for the guys. They're coming.
Where are they, Patrick? Are they to the north?
West. Where I'm at. No, what?
The
Yeah,
time
straight
for
to the west.
preparation is over. The
Okay, so you got to go north first. Oh, wait a minute. I'm at the
I think
beginning.
you're at the.
Yeah, so
it's
we need
down
to go
below
south.
of the beginning.
Okay, so we needed to go south. All right, get there as fast as I can. Go, 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 go. Follow this path. Just go.
I am going to take command. You didn't mean to damage me. We'll just pick ourselves up and move on.
Hey, there you guys are.
Oh, I got a couple remnants here.
Yeah, this is not the time to look for remnants.
Kill them all.
There are lost souls up here if you need them.
What is?
Whoa!
Ow. Oh, web. Stupid web. Oh, there's a
Ow.
vengeance in there.
Yeah, there he went.
Oh, and a despair.
Oop, circle.
Despair's gone.
Vengeance is dead.
You
Yep.
deprived the Netherese
Ooh, there's
At
more
least-
than one.
At least one of the things there is vengeance, though.
Khyber army to
There was more than
salvage
one.
Was there?
placed it in a chest
Yeah.
at her harbor camp.
Well, one probably spawned after we killed one of the anoles. Or orcs, whatever they were, that wave was.
kind of like this quest. It's kind of, like that it has kind of a different objective. Man, the first hit got the 5% paralyze on this carrier. At least Sher's hiding all the way in the back there.
Yep.
Yep.
A voice echoes from somewhere above. It's the Harper you spoke to earlier.
Almost out of points.
I think we just finished the...
valley. An armed party just arrived. You've eliminated every supply convoy. Not a single
Yeah, if
one
you see
made
me
it through
moving
to
up,
Nevery's
you
army.
finished.
Khyber Armbond has another chest waiting for you back at her camp.
Man, I forgot how annoying this mimic can be.
The sound?
Yeah.
Yep.
I've been trying to cycle through the pets.
Here's a
but...
here's a shrine for you.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, thank you.
I think the trinkets for the loot look pretty good.
Yeah, the set. There's a couple of the sets that I like. There's the Lorix and the Levix set. The Levix looks like it's going to be pretty good for a.
There's a shield that can
tank.
do both sets.
Well, yeah, that's it's. They made just one shield, because there was no point in, I guess, making two that looked exactly the same. Yeah, exactly. It does
Is
do.
the second piece a different piece for each set? Like,
So-
could you wear both sets at the same time?
No. So the oh, I don't know. One is the Levix bracers. Oh, and I think Lorix is also a set of bracers.
Okay,
So no, you can't wear both.
bummer.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool, but yeah, no.
Livix bracers. And... Wait, where's the other one? Yeah, Levix. No, I don't see Lorix in here.
It's there. Oh, you know what? It might be a necklace. It might be a necklace.
Clothes,
right.
goggles, helms, necklaces. Lorix is a necklace. So yeah, you
Okay,
could,
so
you
maybe
could
you
wear 'em
can.
both. That's kind of fun.
Yeah. So if you're a paladin or a cleric fighter type, a cleric tank sort of.
I don't think the Levix set makes sense with the Sharn tank set, but you could theoretically wear them both. I'm gonna stop hitting myself with Renew. It just doesn't do enough.
Whoa.
The more glory we receive.
I have no idea what killed me.
Saboteurs! You attack my convoys!
Oh, maybe he did.
Nah, he just showed up.
Face
Oh.
me! Come! Face General Gravandor! And perish!
clear.
Guy's got a lot of hit points, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
He's got a few.
When you're doing not so much damage. He's a giant. I mean, that makes sense, right? By the way, Arcot, I think they tested the Heart of Sulamatis last time,
Okay.
and it prevents the curse in Project Nemesis.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's nice.
You're right. Oh, and by the
What
way,
does-
it has Quality Constitution 5 and Resistance 18 on it as well. And Chaos Absorption 31%. I feel like that's
Yeah,
gonna
that
be
could take the crack core spot in a few builds.
it's an artifact, which might throw a few people off, but pretty nice, I think. Oh,
The giant
Yeah, really
general
stunned there.
falls, and
Don't
with
leave the
him
quest.
goes the scheme to supply the Netherese army across
Yeah, there's another chest we got to go all the way back up the mountain for.
I mean, you can go all the way back up the mountain. I'm gonna take this here D-door.
Worst chest ever.
I'm gonna find a whole lot of great stuff in here.
Ooh, there's more than one.
Can be.
Yes, yes. Claim the spoils of victory.
Based
Then
on
let's
how
move
on
on.
how well
There
you
are
do
more
the
heads to
supply chain
match.
stuff.
I can feel it.
Are we gonna run up the mountain, or are we gonna buy our way up the mountain?
I always like the scenery here. I'd be okay with just running up the mountain.
Let's run up the mountain, and then we'll call it a night. There's an explorer point here on the point. If you want it. There's 2 in the water. There's like 2 in the water, 1 on the island, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 around the edges. Plus 1 at the barn there. I come here a lot if I need just a little bit to get a level. From the start, you can run here and get like 12 or 15 of the, maybe 16. I have 16 currently, so that's probably about right.
Said there's 2 in the water?
Underneath, yeah. A little hard to find because it's kind of hard to see underwater, but you don't have a horse, Nazi?
I do, but it's easier not to get attacked when you're invisible.
In case anyone was wondering, if I watch about 4 movies a week, my movie collection lasts about 5 months.
I wasn't wondering, but that's still good to know.
It's very close to running out. Kill a few of these harpies.
There's a good show that's coming out on Netflix with Henry Cavill and
The Witcher?
no, it's called Enola Holmes.
Oh, right. It's like
Sherlock Holmes' younger sister.
I actually
thought it looked pretty
rewatched
good.
a couple episodes of Sherlock because I got my my dad hooked on it. Time before last that I went up and visited him about a month ago. We're kind of sitting there and in the TV, watching TV. Only it was like channel flipping, trying to find something to watch. Like, oh, give me that. put on Sherlock. 'Cause I knew they'd like it. And by the time I got back, they were they'd watched 4 more episodes, which they're like they're an hour and a half long episodes.
I know. That's why I'm laughing.
Jet energy burst right now.
We were running all the way up here. Why?
The quests are up here.
And then we can port here next time.
Yeah, there's a waypoints are up here. Although the number of mobs that are here, I'm kind of thinking, hey, you get a party together, you could do some damage on Slayers out here.
This is at the end of every hardcore. This is where I came to finish leveling.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
we had someone die in here, lost a life,
Ooh.
gave his last freebie life in here, but it's because he was stupid. He ran past it all and got an alert, and then got knocked off his horse and squish. There it is. There's a checkpoint over here. It's not the one we want, but you can get it nonetheless if you want it.
Where?
Right here. This camp marker.
I lost you guys. Oh, there you are.
Turn left.
You got to double click on the marker. And must say I was a little disappointed with the fact there would be no epic or legendary divine vengeance or angelic vengeance as was called in the first iteration. I mean, I understood the logic and the reasoning for it because, you know, Divinity, the Morning Lord's Goal, which is what I'm using right now, it was too similar. The one that she had was too similar to this, so it didn't make much sense to make yet another, you know, weapon that was almost
the ones that we have are a great sword and a bastard sword.
correct.
I mean, I understand the reasoning, but I don't think that means that there isn't a place to have a longsword that does the same thing. Because longswords,
Sure.
you know, you can do a lot more things with a longsword. Shame we can't have evil paladins, and you could do like an evil version. Could be interesting.
Yeah, I was never all that enamored of an anti-paladin, except if you're in an actual, you know, evil, you know, an evil aligned game where everybody's also evil, you know, then it makes some sense. But in a game like this, it's something that would seem not quite right about it.
Yeah, there's that. Of course, you can have an abyssal warlock pack. So there you go. That's the one we want.
Awesome.
And I guess we'll call it here for the night.
Sure, works for me.
Well, thanks for watching DDOCaSplat. hope you join us next time. You can catch us on twitch.tv/DDOCast or DDOCast.com. Or on YouTube on DDOCast there as well. You can also find our news and discussion podcast at all those places. We will be doing a deep dive on the Update 47 Preview 2 this week. Probably won't have a new discussion. It'll probably just be that because I think we'll probably fill the time there easily. But you can check that out. Don't forget to check out DDO.com. You can download DDO and play yourself for free. And we would be remiss if we did not remind everyone, DDO free quests. That coupon code will get you all of the adventure packs currently in the game. It expires in 5 days, or 6, depending on how you want to count. It's only good through August, so if you haven't used it yet, why haven't you? Unless this is your first interaction with DDO. But go do that now, please, because we would like for you to take advantage of the free content.
Yeah, it's DDO free quest, all one word. Type that as the coupon code in the store.
And also, Lotro free quests is the same thing for Lotro if you play Lotro or are interested in playing Lotro as well. So there's also that option. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.